Okay, so I've got a couple of blank nut and bridge pieces here. First thing I want to do with these is I want to get them down to the size of the nut and the bridge here. All right, I believe this is going to work out good. I've got a notch cut there, so I know which side is closest to the bass string. I've got my reference with that same notch, and I have now gotten the blank pretty close to the same size. So it's ready to go. Now I've got the other one to go. It's like the hardest part right here is all of this sanding. Just a little off the top, please. Alright, check that against the reference, and that's pretty close. Excellent. Okay, I'm cutting the bass string slot now. Okay, so you have a visible slot going all the way across. And do the same thing here. The middle string. Get this started. I don't want to go too deep. I do want to set this channel. All right. We're going to cut the melody string slot at an angle like this. Sorry, like this. So that the highest point inside of the nut is here on the left side of the nut. This is where all the tuners are over here. So I'm going to open this up by filing on the right side of it. That's really going to open that up. Got a nice little groove going on there. And I'll do a little more on this side, but not much. I just want to create that point where the string is going to rest. One more severe on this side. Okay. Moving on to the middle string, the angle is now going to be going this way, so that the high point on the nut is going to be on the right side of the nut. So I'll go a little more across just to make this slot a little deeper. And now, because I want the high point to be on the right side, I'm going to angle the Nicholson down like this and cut deeper. There we go. So the high point of the string is on this side of the nut. The high point for the melody string is on the left side of the nut. And right side for bass string, it's right in the middle. So I'm going to deepen this slot. And then I'm going to make a point in the middle. So I'm going to shave a little cut here on one side. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. So that the highest point is smack dab in the middle of the nut. And that prepares the blank nut for standard. I'm going to release it. Okay. All right, so same thing for the bridge. High point for the melody. This is the angle. We want the high point here, so we are actually going to go down. There we go. High points on this side. Now for the middle string, we want the high point to be on the right side. So we're going to angle down this way. There we go. And then the bass string, we'll get that slot a little deeper. And then we angle both sides because we want that high point to be in the middle. All right, get some of this dust out of here. Now, we've got our blanks cut for the nut and the bridge. The next step is to go live and then do a cut to change these into baritone nut and bridge pieces, and then we'll string it up. What we're doing is we're compensating. We're trying to make sure that everything is going to be in tune, and we've got these different gauges going on, and the gauges have different diameters, and the diameters and how high or low they are above the fretboard, they're all kind of different. So we compensate this, and many builders compensate them in different ways. And the way Fullcraft does it, and it works very well, is the bridge and nut are completely straight, but the string points where they actually touch, instead of it being imagined like inside the nut, it isn't just a channel it goes through, because if the string lays flat across all of that groove, it's going to buzz and make nasty sounds, and it's not going to sound as good. We don't want all of the slot touching the string. We want just one little point, one little, like almost like it's on the edge of a pin, one little point to hang out there. And so there's not a lot of material touching the string, which gives the string more freedom to resonate and ring out, less material to create nasty wolf tones and noises and squeaks and shimmers, sitar-y noises. And also, we are not just choosing the nut as the same location where those points are going to be. We're adjusting those points based on the circumference, the diameters of the string, so that everything will equalize and sound justly intonated, basically. It's a neat little trick, and it just takes a little bit of work. And so what Fullcraft does, and I do as well, is to cut a notch in what we call the audience-facing side next to your bass string. So if you do end up changing the strings and those things come flipping out, you put them back the same way, because we've cut one notch to go to the right of the bridge, one to the left, one in the center. If you were to flip it around, all of those strings would now be out of tune with each other.